3.01, Pledge Allegiance, and a moment of silence for Virginia Marcus, passed away on 7/8. She was a teacher with us for 34 years. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 3.02, public comment on agenda items. Seeing none, we're going to waive the reading for now. 3.03, communications and announcements received by the Board of Education. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Okay, well, we do have school starting up next week, and I would just like to wish all of our teachers and administrators that are working tirelessly to get our rooms ready, and also our facilities and operations who are working overtime to make sure all of our spaces are cleaned and put back together. I know some of the buildings still have a few things going on, but I have faith in our facilities. Ms. Miggets?
Yes, I would like to congratulate both the spring athletes who were recently named to all-state teams in baseball and lacrosse, and the John Jay FFA students who earned ribbons at the Dutchess County Fair.
Ms. Cowan? Oh, sorry. Anyone else? Okay. School board members, does Winter, do you have anything?
Thank you so much. I don't really have all that much to report, but I thought I'd say some quick words in school starting back up. I know Van Wyck's orientation was today, and I know that most, if not all, of Van Wyck's students go to John Jay. And as such, I thought I'd address that for a minute and how unbelievably smooth that went today. I was not present, but my parents were for my brother, and it went absolutely excellently. I just wanted to say a very big thank you to everyone who makes that possible. It did a great deal in easing his anxieties, and I'm sure the anxieties of what are going to be future John Jay students. Freshman orientation for John Jay is on the 28th, which is Thursday. Clubs will be there displaying all their activities and displaying the hard work of the students of the past, and more importantly, encouraging those freshmen, encouraging those students that arrive to participate, which I think is one of the more important things when it comes to John Jay High School, is their very, very wide, very, very broad selection of activities. And with that out of the way, I have nothing else to say besides summer was excellent, and I wish every school a very, very happy start to school year.
Thank you. Ash, did you have anything?
Like Winter said, not much to report, but I just want to say I'm excited for the next school year, and I'm so excited to graduate finally. Thank God.
And we look forward to getting to know all three of you guys this year very, very well, so that this way we get those extra shakes of hands at the end of the year, because that is our big paycheck. Emma?
So at Ketchum, we had our orientation on Monday. I was present. It went very smoothly. It was actually really fun. With Link Crew, we were able to hype up all the freshmen and get them kind of excited for the year, as most of them weren't, but we were able to play some games, have them tour around the school, and just get comfortable here.
Great. Thank you, guys. And we really do appreciate you guys giving your time for us. So next would be Superintendent's Report 4.01. Dr. Bonk.
Thank you, President Johnson, members of the Wappinger Central School District community. It is the time that we begin the kickoff of the 25-26 school year. I wanted to share with our community that we had our administrative leadership conference last week. We had 50 of our administrators there. It was very, very productive, very, very good, positive, frank discussions about our preparation for the 10,613 students, UPK through 12, that will be within the Wappinger Central School District this year. And one of the themes that we continue to work on is ensuring that we meet the needs of all of our students. We personalize the educational experience for each and every one of them. We will continue to work to that end throughout our 15 schools. This morning, I had an opportunity to attend a workforce development seminar up in Albany, along with the State Education Department, the State Department of Labor, school boards, NISCUS, a number of individuals from throughout the state in regards to apprenticeships. And you talked about opportunities, and that's one of the most important things that we do is provide our students with opportunities to be successful. And I'm looking forward to this year continuing to expand those opportunities. We've done some of it in career and technical education. We're looking at potentially moving into the area of aviation, potentially nursing, and educators. Wouldn't it be great if we can get our high school students involved in programs that would be able to share with them what teaching is like and what they can expect, and then continue with our partnerships, not only our businesses, but also, as I heard this morning, with SUNY, with CUNY, State Education Department, Department of Labor, and those groups within our county to put that into action. So that's something that we're working on and something that we look forward to accomplishing this year. In addition to that, we will continue our ongoing planning for our capital improvement project. We will be working on a new strategic plan for the district. Very, very exciting times. I also want to thank our facilities and operations staff for all of their work in getting our buildings ready. For those of you who don't know, we had about 1,300 students participate in summer learning activities during the course of the summer. So needless to say, there was quite a bit going on. I know that athletics is now underway, and one thing that I would like to mention is, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the NIST reporting and U.S. News and World Report, but I am very, very pleased to say that out of the 600 plus school districts in New York State, the Wappinger Central School District ranked 15th overall in athletics and athletic opportunities for our students. You've seen that our programs have grown within our athletic department, within our fine and music and performing arts. And again, that's something that is extremely important. It's not only what you do in the classroom, but it's also what you do outside of the classroom, being exposed to areas that you can be successful in, because as I've said before many times, success is infectious. So if we could have a round of applause, please, for our athletic department, our coaches, our students, and for our families as well, because they are a very, very important part of the team. And that concludes my remarks, President Johnson.
Thank you, sir. So we move on to 5.01, consent agenda. Does anybody wish to remove anything from the consent agenda? Seeing none?
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the following consent agenda items as stated: 5.02, 5.03, 5.04, 5.05, 5.06, 5.07, 5.08, 5.09, 5.10, 5.11, and 5.12.
Do I have a motion? Ms. Callan, second. Mr. Lumia? Any discussions? All in favor? Unanimous. 6.01, approval of the 25-26 amended tax rates for Putnam County.
Be it resolved that in accordance with Section 1307 of the Real Property Tax Law, the Board of Education on August 25th, 2025 at 7:41 p.m. does hereby authorize the district clerk to certify to the chief fiscal officer of the towns of Kent and Phillipstown in Putnam County the amount of the 2025-2026 school taxes to be levied on the real property located in that portion of the school district.
Do I have a mo-
And be it further resolved that the amended tax rates for the towns of Kent and Phillipstown per $1,000 of assessed value be as follows.
Motion, Mr. McFarland, second, Ms. Callan, discussion. Does anybody have any questions on this? Seeing none, all those in favor? Unanimous. Just so we all remember, we have to stop and see Ms. Pedro at the end of the night and re-sign 2 of the forms. 7.01, approval of the district-wide school safety plan and building level school safety plans.
Resolved that the Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the District Safety Committee, does hereby adopt the district-wide safety plan and the building level safety plans as amended to include procedures for response to sudden cardiac arrest in accordance with Section 155.17 of the Regulations of the Commissioner of Education. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education does hereby approve the 2025-2026 police service agreements with the Village of Fishkill and the Town of Poughkeepsie, and further authorizes the Superintendent of Schools to sign the attached agreements as stated.
Do I have a motion? Mr. McFarland, second, Ms. Callan, any discussion? Mr. Lumia?
I want to thank Mr. Lokima for such a great job. So keep doing it.
Dr. Bonk?
I would also like to thank Ms. Joe Lokima for doing phenomenal work. And as you know, district safety is our top priority in this school district. And I think that we put our money where our mouth is, and our community has shown that they expect a safe school environment where all students can learn, grow, and be successful. I want to thank the Board of Education for their support. A few years ago, we had a school resource officer at each of our high schools. Over the past 4 years, we've expanded that. So now we have a school resource officer at our high schools, at our junior high schools, and we also will have 2 school resource officers at our 2 largest elementary schools. We will have a school resource officer from the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office at Myers Corners Elementary School, and we will have a school resource officer from the town of East Fishkill at Gayhead Elementary School. In addition to that, I would like to thank Mr. Lokima for working with our municipalities to increase the amount of uniformed presence that we have in all of our elementary schools where we do not have school resource officers. I should also add that last year we added 2 school safety officers at the elementary level. That's the first time that's been done. They will be there along with the continued uniformed police presence at our elementary schools. I need to thank a few individuals. First of all, our Sheriff, Kirk Imperati, who's been absolutely fantastic. Town of Wappinger Supervisor Joey Cavassini, and Town of East Fishkill Supervisors Nicholas D'Alessandro. They have been extremely supportive of our efforts, and I want to thank them for having the personnel to be able to assign to us. And of course, all of our municipalities, the 6 which we participate in, even though we won't have technically school resource officers in other jurisdictions, we will continue to have an enhanced uniformed police presence. And again, I want to thank the board for their continued support. I just want to remind the community that is and remains our top priority. So thank you.
Mr. Morgan?
And Dr. Bonk, if you want to expand on it at this point in time, but I know that over the course of the past 2 years, you've worked very hard on lobbying to get both state and federal funding for the officers that are at schools, and I know that you will continue to do that in an effort to have the federal government and the state government support the placement of police officers at our schools.
Trustee Morgan, thank you for mentioning that. There have been conversations with both the federal and state level. I believe that individuals are very receptive to it. It's just a question as to how it's going to look and how it will be funded. But I think everyone realizes that the safety issues that we have in schools, as I've said before, it's not just the Wappingers problem. It's not just the Dutchess County problem, not just the New York State problem. It's a federal issue. And we need to work together, and we need to indicate that we believe in safe schools. So I will continue those efforts. I've been pleased with some of the conversations. I will tell you that we continue to look for grants. Assistant Superintendent Lokema and I and Assistant Superintendent Dainty just signed off on a school violence grant that is a federal grant that I'm hopeful that we would receive some resources from that. But again, we will continue to indicate the importance of that within our schools. So thank you for mentioning it.
Anyone else? Okay, all those in favor? Unanimous. 8.01, members may request additional items. Anyone? No? 9.01, comments from the public. Nothing. Seeing as none. Let's move on to 10.01.
Resolved that the Board of Education does hereby adjourn the August 25th, 2025 Board of Education meeting. The time is 7:47.
Do I have a motion? Mr. McFarland, second. Mr. Lumia, all in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, everyone.